Hi everyone. In today's meeting, we are going to learn about reading research articles. Research article here is similar to research journals. I'm sure as a semester 8 student, you are used to read the journal because it is one of the requirement for your undergraduate thesis. Your lecturer will ask you to find the references from the international journal. So hopefully by having this class, it can improve your ability to understand well when reading English articles or English journals. Reading scientific literature is mandatory for researcher and clinician and also student. With an overflow of medical and nursing journal, it is essential to develop a method to choose and read the right articles. What's the objective? To outline a logical and orderly approach to reading a scientific manuscript. By breaking down the task into smaller, step-by-step components, one should be able to attain the skill to read a scientific article with ease. So, reading an English article is not something difficult anymore. That's one of the objectives from this learning. It has become essential for the clinician, researcher, and student to read articles from scientific journals. This is not only to keep abreast of progress in the specialty concerned, but also to be aware of current trends in providing optimum health care to the patient. Reading scientific literature is a must for students interested in research, for choosing their topics and carrying out their experiments. Scientific literature in that field will help one understand what has already been discovered and what questions remain unanswered, and thus help in designing one's research project. What are the reasons for reading journal articles? According to Dubin, there are various reasons why most of us read journal articles, and some of these are listed in the following table. First, to update oneself with progress in particular specialty or field of study. Second, to find out a solution for a specific problem that could be diagnostic or therapeutic. Third, to know about causation, clinical feature, and course of disorder. Fourth, to understand certain fundamental aspects like pathophysiology. Next, to get an idea for carrying out a research work. Then, the article has been assigned to be read, for example, by an instructor to a postgraduate student, and then to find support for one's view, and the last, to impress others. What about you? Why do you read journal? I guess your reason is point 5 or point 6 to get an idea for carrying out the research work, or the article has been assigned to be read by your lecturer. Well, there are several types of journal article, especially in medical and dental journal. Someone should be aware of each kind, especially when one is looking for a specific type of an article. there is a table here which gives different categories of paper published in journal. So, the article in the published journal is divided into two groups. The first one is the primary literature, which include original research article, survey, case report or case series, conference proceeding and abstract, editorial, and correspondence or letter to the editor. And the second group is secondary literature. They consist of narrative reviews, systematic reviews, meta-analysis, book reviews, guidelines, and commentary. Well, decision-making flowchart to decide whether to read the chosen article or not. Sometimes, as a student, you download many journals, but how to know if the journal that you read is the right one for your reference, for your purpose? So, there is a flowchart here that can help you to decide whether the chosen article is good for you or is the right one for you or no. The first one is the title of the article related to the topic that you are looking for. Does it have the keyword which you have in mind? If the answer is yes, you can go on by reading the abstract, the summary, or the conclusion. When reading the abstract, you should be able to identify if clear-cut aims and objective, which means is the goal of the study is clear, is the research hypothesis well defined, or are the conclusion precise? If yes, the following question is that is the above useful or relevant to what you are looking for? If they are relevant, so you can continue to read the whole or entire article. But when you are finding that the title is not related to the topic that you are looking for, or the article doesn't have the keyword that you have in your mind, so you don't need to continue reading the journal. Just skip the article and go to another article. Okay, that's it. The way to decide if the article that you are reading is the perfect one for you or no. How to start reading an article? At first glance, a journal article might appear intimidating for some or confusing for others with its tables and graphs. Reading a research article can be a frustrating experience, especially for the one who has not mastered the art of reading scientific literature. Just see how many pages are there in the article can make us frustrated. So actually there is a method to extract a food or prepare a cavity. One can also learn to read research article by following a systematic approach. Most scientific articles are organized as follows. The first is the title, and then abstract. It is followed with the introduction, and then method, after that result, and then discussion, and the last we find references or bibliography. Well, In today's meeting, we're gonna focus on reading an abstract. Abstract is one element in the research article. If you want to know the general idea or the most important point in the article, we can just go to the abstract in that article. Let's see, what do we have in the abstract? So, abstract consists of several elements. The first one is the background. The background tells us why the research is important. In the background, it also consists the purpose or the goal of the research. For example, here, the study explored the psychological, sociocultural, and economic consequences of infertility in couples' life. The purpose of this research was to blah blah blah. So in the background, there must be a purpose or the goal, the objective of the research. And the second element in the abstract is the method. Method tells us how the research is conducted. For example, telling the number of the respondent, telling the sampling technique, telling the setting, and also some instrument used for having the research. And the next element is the result. Results consist of the most important point from the research. And the last is the conclusion. It sums up what already been discussed in the article. Well, I guess that's it about the first meeting for reading research article. In this meeting, you will also learn to read the abstract, and in the following meeting, you will continue to learn about reading a full research article. So for this meeting, you only focus on reading abstract of the research article. Alright, that's all for our meeting today. See you.